I do this to keep a record for myself as well as just help other people understand, how a tank progresses and how much growth you can expect. So I've learned some new things since the last time I made a video that I'll share with you as I go through the tank and just kind of show what's going on here. This trumpet coral, I moved to the front. It was in that back corner. I don't really have a good spot for it, but it's doing well, looking healthy. The Gonopora there died. And then you can see the toxic green hammer coral. What I've learned with this guy is he grows a lot better with low flow, moderate flow, like not completely no flow, but low flow grows a lot better than when he was in a place like this where you can see there's a lot of flow. And I've had the same experience with this, it's cotton candy torch coral. It hasn't really grown much, and I think it's because of the amount of flow. That's my hypothesis, at least. So that's just interesting. The other Ghani I got behind this pink one seems to be doing well. I move him out of the way there, but he seems to always end up there, so I'm just letting him hang out there. And then I've got this Acropora here that's looking nice and healthy. That is a Matt V Rainbow Envy. And one thing I've learned is that I was, by accident, starving my tank. I finally found homeostasis with algae and nutrients and the amount I was feeding. But what I forgot to do, because I got lazy, was increase the amount of food that I was putting into the tank. And since the corals grew and I was putting the same amount of food in, things started to suffocate or run out of food, I suppose. So I actually had a fish die, and I suspect that's why. So I've increased the amount of nutrients that I put into the tank, and I've really been doing reef chili and reef roids. I still feed a little bit more fish food that the fish eat, but I wanted to make sure the corals were getting nutrients. And since I've been doing that, I feel like I've had an explosion of growth in the corals, as well as coloration. You can see these two Acroporas here are looking great, and they've really taken off since I started to do that, as well as color up. You can see this coral, it's a Acropora, I think it's a Millipora or whatever back there. It's starting to finally grow. This guy I thought was dead, and it has started to color up and come back. So I think some of the Acropora that I was unable to keep was my fault because they just didn't have enough food. At least that's my theory, at least, I guess. And yeah, it's exciting to see that they're growing. And like I said, I've had an explosion of growth, and I haven't had more algae, which is exciting as well, because that's why I've always been afraid to put more nutrients in, is that, you don't want to get algae. But yeah, you can kind of see, you can go back and look at this Monopora and see when it was pretty small, and it's just taken over and exploded. It's interesting, these mushrooms have hopped off and they're attached to the glass now. And you can also see, these zoanthids need to go somewhere, so they're just starting to cover the glass, even creep up onto the glass, which is neat. It would be awesome one day if I can get all the bottom glass to be covered in coral, but obviously that'll take a long time. The newest thing I think I want to do is, I've got 4 fish now, 2 tangs, the blue-green chromie, and a clownfish, but I want to try to get a copper band butterfly. I've done this in the past, and the tangs attacked it. There's less fish now, and I've got a new idea on how I can introduce them to the tank, but the reason being is Aiptasia. I've thought I got rid of Aiptasia with the little snails that eat it, but I've done it twice now, and basically what happens is it disappears, then the snails die, and then 4 to 6 months later it slowly starts to come back. I've done the peppermint shrimp. I think there's 2 in there unless they've died. I just never really see them, but I know copper band butterfly is known to eat them, and I'm thinking of trying that out as a way to just live with the Aiptasia, but keep it under wraps and not having to buy more nudibranchs periodically. But yeah, let's get some other shots here. You can see I've got a little colony of digitatas growing in different spots. You know, I don't think this trumpet coral likes being there, so I should move him, but I've just been too lazy to do so. Looks like some of that Monopora jumped over onto that rock. But yeah, you can see a lot of these corals have just continued to grow and gotten bigger, kind of running out of places to go. If you look in the rocks, you'll see some of these acans have really gotten big. This guy doesn't have anywhere to go. Should move him. I've just cut these frags and they are healthy and kind of outgrowing things. Cool, that's the update for today. All right, thanks for watching.